Last year, the process of assembling the Aero roster was a matter of trying various combinations during training camp and the exhibition season, hoping to try to find the right mix. But with a solid core of talent, Director of Player Personnel Pete Dineen's task this year was not as much of a guessing game.
Usually after every day we have an evaluation and go over all the players and kind of evaluate it like that. And usually after day 4 or 5 you have a pretty good idea of who's going to be around.
For Coach Terry Ruskowski, it's simply a matter of letting each and every player know what he expects from the men who hope to wear the Aeros sweater for year number 2.
And I told them, I said, the guys that worked hard in practice and doing the drills right and doing the scrimmage right and hard, they'll be the guys that are going to be on the ice playing. And if the guys aren't going to work hard, they'll be in the stands watching. And that's just exactly how I'm going to do it. We're here to win hockey games. I said this last year and I said it this year.
You have arguments, you and Pete, and then Scott Arneal, and now Dave Tippett, as far as what the fate of a certain player will be?
We don't try to argue and try to outmind each other and outrank each other. We sit down, we have a good conversation, and we always keep everybody's conversation in mind when we make our decision, and we do it after that. And it's kind of a four minds together to big one.
One of last year's stars, veteran winger Dave Tippett, is retired as a player and is now a full-time assistant coach. Just how does he deal with the prospect of voting thumbs down on a former teammate?
We try to take the personal side out of it, but obviously there's a lot of friendships involved, and there's a lot of other things other than just hockey. There's families, there's children involved, so it's a very difficult thing, but that's something you kind of have to take on in the pro sports business, and you're paid to put the best product you can on the ice, and you have to keep that in mind when you're making those decisions.
It makes no difference what sport you're talking about. Baseball with a 25-man roster, the world champion Rockets where Rudy T has a dozen men, or ice hockey. One thing is certain, it's tough firing a competitor.
Actually, it's real tough. It's probably the worst part of the job, actually. And, you know, young kids been working out all summer to get prepared for IHL hockey camp. And, you know, we try and fit them into the East Coast Hockey League or Central League or a tryout with another international hockey league team. But it's real tough.
Dineen's job is never ending. With injuries, trades, and acquisitions, the chemistry of a roster is a never-ending work in progress. For Pete Dineen, Terry Ruskowski, and the staff, they've got their eye on the reward, the Turner Cup.